Is that 508?
Yeah. Nah, I'm back in this shit. I'm just back in this shit. I'm back in this shit. I'm just back in this shit. Nah, I'm back in this shit. I'm back in this shit. I'm back in this shit. Yeah.
What's up, it's Nolan back with another episode of Sounds of Future TV. Who am I here with today?
I'm Applejuicewilly.
All right, thank you so much for joining us, bro. So tell us a little about yourself. Where you from, what you do, and all that type of stuff.
I'm from Babylon, New York. I make music. I make rap specifically. I've been doing this for a little bit now. I started out young, so, I'm just trying to build it up now. I figured out my sound, so
talk about what got you into making music, because you mentioned earlier that you started at 13. So what really was your driving force behind starting so young?
I was a really big Michael Jackson fan growing up. I always I was always a musical kid, always freestyling, always singing songs. So I just decided, I told my mom, hey, let me get a mic and see what happens. So she was like, all right, cool. She supports whatever I do. So as long as I give it 100%, she'll
That's good. Yeah. So I had mentioned in other interviews too, that there's a lot of artists that don't really get a good support system. And you mentioned earlier how your mom is really behind you in everything that you do. How important is that for you to have, a good base of reinforcement that, what you're doing is the right path?
Well, honestly, my mom she loves it. She wants me to be creative. So it actually feels amazing, when you have someone backing you, especially someone who sees the vision. Mm-hmm. She's always asking yo, when's the new song? You make a new song. So it was to a point where I was just making songs for my mom. I was just hopping in, hopping on mic, just making songs so my mom could listen to it. She listened to everything. So
now let's talk a little bit about the type of music you make too. What is how would you kind of describe your sound and the creative process when you make music?
I say my sound's more of I say a typical rap. I'm not really auto tune or I hop on step team beats and I hop on boom bap beats. I'm more of I wouldn't say lyrical, but I'd say I'm more on a lyric based level where I make pop culture references and all types of stuff like that. So I'd say I'm more of just in the typical range where I'm just rapping, Yeah. I'm not melodic or anything like that.
So to mention again how you've been doing it since 13, have you ever dabbled into, producing and other aspects of music, engineering and stuff?
I started out trying to produce. That lasted a year and a half. And after that, I don't know. I just sounded straight. I didn't evolve at all. I sounded straight ass. So I had to be nah, that's not it.
Damn. Do you feel like you would ever get back into it again? To be one of those rapper producers like a Kanye or a Baby Keem type of situation?
Yeah, honestly, I've been thinking about it. Now that I developed and, figured out pretty much the simple basis of it. Yeah, I've been thinking about it. So yeah.
That's good.
Probably in the future.
All right, and I know you recently just dropped a project too. You want to talk a little bit about that? The name of it, thought process behind it, all that.
Yeah, it's called 203. It's named after my dorm in Donovan. The process really came about when people were asking me people I know, they're yo, when are you making something new? So I had to really hop in. The process was I was thinking about it and I wanted to split it up. Mm-hmm. Later in the album it becomes more of just rap, ignorant, funny, whatever. But at the beginning I talk about whatever struggles I have in my life or anything of that nature. There's a few songs with deeper meanings, deeper intentions. And I just really, I really like the project. It was something that came together pretty well. I put some transitions in there. Mm-hmm. There's some songs I had to take off due to copyright issues or samples or stuff like that. So I had, it was supposed to be bigger, but I definitely got it down pat.
So you mentioned it's kind of a mix of, fun songs and then more introspective stuff, deeper thought process stuff. So as an artist, do you feel when you make that type of music that's more honest and real. Is that like, do you feel like music has given you an outlet to like express yourself in that way, and you know, kind of like a therapeutic way?
Yeah, definitely. Like, I just usually when I hop on, I'm usually saying something on my mind, or you know, like I'll say something fun, and then you know, I mix it in the music. Like you'll hear it if you hear it, you know. So like every song has a little bit of something in it to like let you know, oh yeah, he definitely has something serious that he could definitely do.
Yeah. So now to shift towards the future a little bit, where do you see your career going? Do you have like any, I guess, larger goals of like, you know, obviously there's artists that want to sell out stadiums and, you know, do all this stuff. Where do you see your career going, like in the near future, or even just the future in general?
I mean, I see like I definitely want to perform on stage. I definitely want to like build a little bit of a fan base. I'm not too big into like becoming like the biggest guy in the world or nothing, but I definitely want to, you know, build some, you know, someone like a fan base that really like my music, really like enjoy what I do. I think it'd be fun, you know, so I just let it take me where it takes me.
Word. So as for someone that's been doing this for a little minute, do you feel like at this point that music is your purpose and you feel like this is something that you're meant to be doing like long term, or do you feel like this is kind of going to shift you into something even bigger?
I mean, I feel like it's been my purpose since like a kid. Like everything revolves around music for me. So I mean, if it does bring me into better and bigger things, then I'm definitely taking it. But I'm going to be making music forever. Like, I'll be 60 and making music just for the love of the game. I do it for fun. I do it because, like, I enjoy it. Like, it's something that just brings me happiness. Like, I like making something, then hearing it back, and then fixing it and doing all that. Like, it's just something I enjoy.
So you mentioned, you know, still making music when you're 60, and I guess when you get to that age, you would get, like, more reflective on stuff like that. And how would you want to be remembered just as a person, and like, you know, like for like legacy reasons, how would you want to be remembered?
I want to be remembered as that guy who did it and didn't just give up. Like, I want to be remembered as that guy who made something of what he had, you know? I want to be something that's bigger than me. Like, I gave it my all. I pushed everything. You know, I feel like that's what it's meant to be, you know. If you give it 100, it's just, it comes out better.
Right. So I got two more questions for you. Do you have, we mentioned earlier that you just dropped a project. Do you have anything else upcoming that you want to promote or just talk about?
I'd say probably I got some other songs I created after the project, obviously. So most likely I'm just gonna release those, maybe turn it into a deluxe, and the songs that I really couldn't get out, you know, kind of make an archive page just to get it out. I have a few remixes and a few like songs like that. I'm definitely filming a music video soon, so I have a lot coming.
All right, excited to see it. And last question. So we call it the segment Words from the Future, and we ask the artists to leave any advice or just wisdom with the audience.
Yeah, keep going, dude. Like, give it everything. Like, you have those lyrics you made, or you have those little things you want to say. Get a mic. Say it. You never know what could happen, you know, especially in today's world where you could literally put out anything you want. Like, just do it. Like, just do it.
Right.
Makes it better.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. That is another episode of Sounds of Future TV. Excited to see what you do in the future, bro. Signing out.
Back in the field, back like I never left, ready to spill. Only got one shot, I go for the kill. Could've went platinum with thoughts to drill, but I found a better way without a deal.